Now, like with that, Hutsy. Um, I'm gonna keep referring back to that Dragon's Den pitch because that's what caught my eye. And the first thing that like you mentioned was it's your company is there to disrupt the lending market. So tell me more about that. What's there's an intent behind the word disrupt. So what is it that you're trying to disrupt?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So for those of the viewers that don't know, Tefari Bailey, I'm actually the CEO and founder of Hutsy Financial. Ultimately, we're building out a neobank that's going to be disrupting the lending industry, the payday lending industry, and ultimately being the better bank here in Canada, just due to the manner that five banks control 95% of assets under management here in Canada. 47% of Canadians report to living paycheck to paycheck. Canadian banks are some of the most profitable banks per capita in the world, but as Canadians, we really don't have anything really to show for it.
Hmm.
My experience in the finance industry, I worked at one of the big five banks doing everything from the entry-level teller position all the way up to a loans and investment officer. So I understand how this stuff works. And I guess you could say banks are disincentivized to help those 47% of Canadians living paycheck to paycheck.
Why
They're
do you
only
think that is?
just because they don't make enough money off of those individuals. They really only make money from the individuals that have a lot of money in their savings account that they can use to loan out to other people, from those that are purchasing mortgages, buying real estate, investing money with them, etc. So for those people that are really living paycheck to paycheck, there's not a lot of capital they could squeeze out of them. So that's my theory in terms of why I think banks are quote unquote disincentivized to work with these individuals. So we're creating a bank specifically for those individuals where we offer free banking services, credit building services, higher savings accounts, due to the matter that we don't have all of the overhead and the branches and employee expenses that these big major financial institutions have. Due to the manner that we're doing everything on the cloud, digital and online, we're able to cut a lot of expenses and save a lot of money, which will then reward our users by offering them free bank accounts, higher interest on saving rates, and things of that nature. Also, ways to build credit so that if they are in a negative situation at this point in time, we're not going to abandon them. We're here to help them when they're quote unquote distressed assets get their savings right, get their credit right. And one of the major things that we're doing with Hutsy Financial is HFU, in which we call Hutsy Financial University. It's really an educational aspect of the business where we're teaching people what the difference is between, let's say, a credit card and a secured credit card, a loan or a line of credit, a secured credit card, as I mentioned, a credit card. And a lot of people actually don't know the differences between this because they don't really teach us these things in school. So
Hmm.
financial literacy and education is a huge part to what we're going to want to do. Because if you have the knowledge in terms of how to build credit, how to save money, etc., you're more likely to execute on that, and which will result in more money in your pockets.